What's up? I'm not a car guy, but despite that, I'll be replacing my camshaft positioning sensor in my 2004 Ford Mustang GT. So let's get to it! Now this is the 4.6 liter engine with the single overhead camshaft, which is pretty typical in a GT, but if you've got a Mach 1 or a Cobra, then you're probably not watching this video. If you've got the V6, it might look a little bit different, but the principles remain the same. Now, if you're changing out your cam sensor because you got the engine fault code P0340, then I highly suggest that you make sure your alternator is functioning properly. If you want to know how to test your alternator, I have a video in which I show you how to do that. These Mustangs notoriously have underpowered alternators, and a lot of times when that error code gets thrown, it's actually a failing alternator. And I got that code, but I replaced the alternator, and I thought, why not replace the sensor too? Here's a zoomed out view of the engine bay so that you have a point of reference. The camshaft position sensor is located directly behind the white power steering fluid reservoir. And the electrical harness is covering up the sensor, so the first step is to take it off. I'm going to tell you right now, if you want this job to be headache-free, just take the reservoir off. I didn't, because what's the fun in doing things the easy way? I want to hold my camera in my left hand while I struggle to disconnect a 17-year-old electrical harness I can barely get my fingers around. I'm sorry, this is painful to watch. Just pull it loose! Ah, there it goes. If only I could have friggin' filmed it for you. Now let me throw my light on the ground. And we're back in business. Electrical harness disconnected. Check. The next thing you should do is take some electronic cleaner and spray down the harness, because it's old. Wait. Yeah, get it again. The sensor only has one bolt that you need to remove, and that's what's happening now. And don't you dare remove that reservoir. This job would then be too easy, and you'll never grow without challenges in life. Now you can painfully struggle to unscrew the bolt with your hand. And the bolt is free, but don't you dare drop it. So now it's time to remove the sensor. The sensor is actually in there pretty tight. It has an O-ring around it that really seals it in there. So carefully give it a little wiggle back and forth as you pull. You'll actually have to pull pretty hard to get it out. And there it goes. Get yourself some oil to lube up the new sensor. This is the part of the video where you make your jokes. You can compliment me on my technique in the comments below. Just get it out of your system. And now that we're done making jokes, well, maybe there's still a couple jokes to be made. You're going to do what comes natural and put the sensor in that hole, and you're going to have to give it a pretty good shove because that O-ring isn't going to want to fit. Listen for the little pop. There it goes. It's in. Now to connect the electrical harness, and once again, this would be easier if I had removed the power steering fluid reservoir. Now just put the bolt back in. Get it started with your hand and then finish tightening it with the socket wrench. Once you get the bolt tightened, you're done. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm not a car guy, but I will be. Giddy up!